This is my house.
Ahoy, mateys. As the song goes, I woke up this morning feeling fine. No, actually I didn't. I woke up with a headache, went to the kitchen to make tea, and in my kitchen found that someone had erected a full-size Christmas tree in the middle of the floor with presents under it. In April. Under the tree, I appear to have been given some socks and what seems to be a DVD case in Christmas wrapping paper. My dog is also still missing. So let's have a look what it is. Oh lovely, it's a blank DVD case and inside is a blank DVD. So I'm just going to pop this into my PC and hope it isn't a large collection of viruses and the files from Vorsh's desktop. And what I appear to have here is a movie called Jolly Roger, Massacre at Cutter's Cove. I've never seen it before. It's described on IMDb as a movie from 2005 and is probably supposed to latch on to the Pirates of the Caribbean film series. In it, a group of friends unleash a demonic pirate from a treasure chest. It's on a 3.3 out of 10 on IMDb and was made for a reported $500,000 by the movie company The Asylum, because of course it was. It's up for free on YouTube and still barely anyone has bothered to watch it, and I don't want to spoil what's going to happen with this movie or poison the well, so I'm just going to get right into it with spoilers. The movie opens up with 6 teens on a beach having a party. They're graduating high school, and in the grand usual tradition, the leading man here, playing an 18-year-old, is actually 25. 2 of the teens are flirting quite awkwardly and openly and go away from the rest of the group to get some privacy when 2 of the others complain. A guy burning weenies and a girl with serious RBF. They find somewhere private and he's on top of her, about to undo her jeans, when he looks to his left and says, "Hey, check it out. It looks like a treasure chest. And what the hell? Who wrote this?" He's on top of her, about to undo her jeans and start touching her happy place, and suddenly, oh look, a treasure chest.
Let's look for treasure! Yes, let's look for treasure!
No, I cannot see a teenage guy in that position, scanning the environment for treasure chests among the rocks. His attention is going to be on another type of chest, and an altogether different type of booty, and now I think of it, pirate slang kind of sounds intimate. He gets up off her while she's still trying to kiss him because he just has to know about that treasure chest right now. He can't even wait until they're finished. You could belay the investigation until you have given her the Jolly Roger, but no, he has to get right up and look at the chest and start smashing the lock with the stone. She's still trying to come onto him while he's trying to get into the chest, and seriously fella, read the rune. He finally gets it open and there are human remains inside, rotting bones, and they just carry on flirting as they're playing with the human remains.
Help me, give me some head, baby. Stop it.
How romantic. I think she kind of wants your attention. She's not exactly being subtle about it. How can I put it? I think that she wants your hardtack. You know, she wants to be holed below decks. I think she's bilged on her anchor. Wait, what? Instead, he just wants to play catch with the skull, and who wrote this? He throws the skull into the ocean, and this seems to awake Jolly Roger, the demonic pirate revenant, who's frankly not very happy. The teens meanwhile are getting back into it. The girl is now on top, and the guy is demanding his treasure, and sadly for him, there doesn't appear to be much treasure in this chest either. The film then cuts to the pirate saying, "You took my treasure, matey," and he already has blood on his sword at this point.
Give me my treasure, baby.
You took my treasure, matey, but not again.
And I assume he did something to the red-headed girl because she never appears in the film again. Maybe he hit her with the sword, I have no idea, because the film showed nothing. That right there is the actual scene. Did the redhead just not turn up for filming that day and you just had to make the best out of it? Meanwhile, the leading man and lady are off arguing about their future, and she refuses his offer of a ring that she then drops into the sand. And they come back to find the pirate is now finishing off their last 2 friends via a marshmallow coated skewer to the eye and a sword to the neck. The 2 survivors then run away in the guy's car to go and get the police. The next morning, the police are at the crime scene, and the local sheriff is just convinced that the teenagers did it. Mostly it seems because the young man is somewhat new in town. That seems to be all he needs to jail this kid. He shakes the young man's hand. Well, he awkwardly shakes the young man's fingers like he's about to kiss his hand, and somehow this tells him that the ring they found at the crime scene belongs to the young man. And what exactly is that proof of? They came to tell you about what they saw. You already know they were at the crime scene. They told you that they saw a man dressed as a pirate at the crime scene killing their friends. What you're missing is a motive as to why they would off 4 of their friends. Also, you're missing the weapon they used to do it, and how they managed to cut people apart without getting any blood on them or in the truck. But the next part surprised even me. The teens are then thrown in a holding room and locked in. Not a cell, they're locked in an interrogation room, where the young man acts very badly.
Oh, we're locked in.
And this is always a puzzle for me, how an actor cannot manage anger. Who gets to the age of 25 and does not have an experience they can draw on where they were angry at some point in their life? It reminds me of the actor Finn Jones, who was in Iron Fist and Loras Tyrell in Game of Thrones, who every time he tries to do angry has a facial expression like a dog trying to eat toffee. So the young man decides to try and escape when he realises they think it was him that did it, and for some reason there's just a bookshelf in the interrogation room, and behind it a not very well concealed door. A door that conveniently leads out of the building and supposedly into an impound lot where the young man's truck is. How can I put it? Why in the holding room is there an escape door that goes right to the car park? Why is this the easiest to escape police station I've ever seen? The actor then does a terrible job of portraying surprise and discovery when he sees the escape door. It's like amateur dramatics or a school play, and then moves the shelves and picks the lock with the underwire taken from his girlfriend's bra. And good luck doing that with one piece of wire when you need to tension the lock and depress the pins at the same time. And what happened next actually made me double take. The young man opens the door and there appears to be a room number on the outside. So to make the film for their police station, it looks quite a bit like they actually filmed in a motel room. The hero luckily also has a spare car key stuck in the truck wheel well, and the impound lot does not even have a gate on it. Well, to be fair, it probably is rare to find a motel with a gate and a security fence, so they just drive out and escape in the truck. There's also evidence in a quadruple homicide, so the sheriff is now out hunting the teens as the demon pirate somehow goes unseen through the streets of the town, offing people with a cutlass and taking their heads in broad daylight. He just walks around with their heads tied to his belt, and the pirate's outfit looks like a man with boot polish on his face and an eye patch, wearing a costume he bought from Amazon. Then we get the only actor I actually recognise in the entire film. This actor is called Griff First. He was in a first couple of episodes of Banshee, and I only noticed him because Nola Longshadow wasn't in the room at the time. He's also the son of the actor Stephen First from Animal House, and who played Veer Koto in Babylon 5. Griff First is in the movie for maybe 2 minutes before he gets his head cut off. That's right, it appears Griff First is too high profile for this movie. Meanwhile, the 2 teens are trying to flee town in the truck, but the police have checkpoints set up on every exit from town. So instead, they decide to go to the school computer lab and research the demon pirate. Fast forward, and this is the school computer lab. The computer lab has 1 computer in it, on which they work out that the pirate is bumping off the founding fathers of the town, and they find out that his identity is that of Jolly Roger, the baddest pirate that ever pirated, in the fiction of the film that is. In reality, Jolly Roger is just the name of the skull and crossbones and associated flags that pirates used to fly, and it's a bit weird because nobody seems certain on where the name originates from. two leading theories is that it's a garbled version of the French Jolie Rouge for the red flags allegedly favoured by French pirates, or alternatively, Roger being a term at the time that was used to refer to the devil. They make the discovery that Roger is going after the descendants of the town's founding fathers. He's been taking heads and putting them into his treasure chest. So with the knowledge of Jolly Roger in hand, the teens go and try to warn the mayor. The mayor's family were also among the founding fathers of the town, and the teens choose quite possibly the worst way I could imagine to get the mayor to trust them.
Mayor!
Mayor! It's important! We have to talk to you! Let us in!
Open up!
Let us in!
Mayor, we have to talk!
They hammer on her back door in the middle of the night and scream at her when she already thinks they're responsible for all of the homicides. Who would trust them and let them into their house? There've been a dozen or so homicides in the last day, and they're out there acting like crazy people. The town's founding fathers were Jolly Roger's crew who turned on him, and now he's out for revenge. The sheriff then turns up as the mayor, also gets her head taken off by Roger, and dear lord, she isn't the best actress either.
You're not taking my head without a fight!
The sheriff then makes off with the pirate's casket of heads and lures him to a warehouse, and the teenage guy cuts the pirate's head off with his own cutlass. Time then skips forward and the pirate's back again, where he skewers the sheriff to bait a sequel that never happened because the film was atrocious. So how would I sum this one up? The film did almost everything wrong. The actors consistently struggled to act during the movie. The sets were among the worst and laziest I've ever seen. Character motivations made little sense. The story was pretty basic, and yet I still think I enjoyed it more than I did the Marvels. So much of enjoyment is subjective. At least Jolly Roger had the good taste and sense to not have any musical dance numbers. Still, Jolly Roger was pretty sodding awful. Meanwhile, I've had some criticism of my videos, in particular one guy who was not happy with my use of background game footage, and I don't know what to tell you. It's mostly to give people something interesting to watch and to avoid getting hit with copyright, because I've got hit with copyright for using trailer footage in the past, and I'm somewhat limited in the games I can feature, I'm afraid, because I make these videos on a PC that's a potato. Otherwise I would maybe gift you with footage of my unnatural ability at the game Tekken, but I can't because YouTube gives me a lot of stress but no money.
Fuck. Jesus. Hurry, somebody call an ambulance. Call 911. Don't worry, miss. We're gonna get help.
Please, we need an ambulance now. A woman has been stung on the beach.
What happened to her?
I don't know, something about a giant jumbo jellyfish.
Never rub another man's rhubarb.